you to have a better understanding about MFRS 8 and MFRS 134. I will start with what is MFRS 8. It is a component of the entity has engaged in a business activities. The product or service must be significant and constitute as identifiable. For example, glove and clean room product. This product must be reported as a separate operating segment. For your information, report only required if had exceeds quantitative threshold. Also, two or more product may be combined as one as report if the condition is satisfied. Now we move to threshold. What is threshold? It is referred to 10% quantitative criteria that must be reported separately. An operating segment is considered as reportable if its revenue, asset, or profit or loss is at least 10% of the company's total revenue, total asset, or total criteria of its combined profit or losses. If these thresholds are not met, the segment can still be reported separately, or it can be combined with the other similar segment, or be included in all other segment categories. After identifying a reportable segment, the company must ensure that the total external revenue that reported must be at least 75% of the entity's total external revenue. If the 75% rules are not met, the company must identify additional segment as reportable until the segment at least 75% of the total external revenue is included in the reportable segments.
I'm Dami Christina, and now I will explain about CODM. Chief Operating Decision Maker is an individual or a body that makes strategic decisions about entity segment. The role of CODM is to allocate resources, assess their performance, and ensure company operation align with its overall objective. Discrete financial information is not defined in MFRS 8. Therefore, CODM must have sufficient information to assess the performance and allocate resources to the business activities. The discrete financial information must be regularly reviewed by CODM. The responsibility of CODM is to ensure the quality and the availability of data across all departments of the company. How do they do this? By making sure that decisions taken by all departments are consistent, aligned, and adaptable. CODM may vary from one entity to another. CODM may be the CEO, senior management team, chief operating officer, or board of directors. Now, let's take a look at two examples of CODM in Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad. The first person is Tan Sri Datuk Lim Kuan Sia. He holds the position of Group Managing Director and Executive Officer. He is also a founder of Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad since 14th of June 1979. He is responsible to allocate resources and assess the performance of the company. The next person is Mr. Tan Kong Chang. He holds the position of Chief Operating Officer in Gloves Division. He is also served as Executive Director. He is responsible for all expansion and upgrading manufacturing facilities. This is the snippet of the report from Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad. For Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad, there are two types of segment reporting, which are geographical segment and business segment. First, the geographical segments focus on the company's performance in different regions or countries. Kossan Rubber reports its geographical asset based on the location of its sales office, which are in Malaysia and outside Malaysia. From the financial report of Kossan Rubber, the sales office located in Malaysia for the export market contributed the highest revenue in 2024 with 1,736,518 ringgit, an increase from last year at 1,419,230. While sales office in Malaysia for local market in 2024 contributed the revenue of 130,440 ringgit in 2024, which is also an increase from last year at 127,156 ringgit. Meanwhile, sales office located outside Malaysia contribute 49,233 in 2024, up from 44,657 ringgit in the previous year. Business segments divide the company based on the nature of its product or service. In Kossan Rubber's financial report, the business segment include technical rubber product, gloves, clean room product, and others. For business segments, the report shows that the glove segments generated the highest revenue in 2024 with 1,600,149 ringgit, an increase from last year at 1,286,392 ringgit, which make it the highest contributor among its business line. The technical rubber segment generated the total revenue of 201,559 ringgit in 2024, which is slight decrease from last year at 204,592 ringgit. The clean room product segment's revenue of 114,463 ringgit in 2024, increasing from last year at 100,059 ringgit. Meanwhile, for other segment, did not contribute any revenue in about 2023 and 2024.
Last but not least, for MFRS 8, the key benefit of segmental reporting for financial statements user. I will provide you with 2 points. First will be a clear performance evaluation. As we know, company must report their operating segment clearly. By providing a clear picture of operating segment, investor can compare which segments are more profitable and how profitable is distributed across the business segment. I will give you an example. We choose Kossan Rubber Berhad as our example. In their annual report, they have listed all the segments they have, such as technical rubber products, glove, clean room product, and other. The company also include profit for the year so the investor can know whether they should invest in the company or not. From the diagram above, we can see that glove segment is the major segment of the company. This is because total revenue glove is higher than the other segments. From here, we can conclude this company has a clear performance that helps many users to make a decision. The second key benefit is enhanced transparency and accountability. This means segmental reporting increase the transparency of the financial statement by breaking down the aggregate figures into more granular units. This will reduce information asymmetry between management and external stakeholders. This will be useful to the users because more transparency is a mean investor can hold a management more accountable. They can see which segments are driving performance and whether management's internal reporting align with what being disclosed. For example, the Kossan Rubber Berhad report a detailed segment, assets, segment liabilities, and profit before tax for each of its segments in internal management reporting. External users gain a clarity into how the company views and runs each part of a business. This transparency will support trust in management in making a decision and allows external users to judge whether Kossan is managing each business effectively.
My name is Siti Nurul Atika binti Muhammad Suhaili, and I will present you the part B, which is MFRS 134, the interim reporting. What is MFRS 134? MFRS 134 was issued by the Malaysian Accounting Standard Board (MASB) and is equivalent to IAS 34, interim financial reporting issued by the International Accounting Standard Board (IAS). MFRS 134 provides guidance on the preparation and presentation of interim financial report, which are financial statements for a period shorter than a full financial year. It can be issued by semi-annually, quarterly, or bi-monthly. It's stated under paragraph 4. So the main objective is to ensure that organization deliver timely and accurate information on their financial performance and position between the annual reporting deadline to users, investors, and any regulation. So MFRS 134 is mostly applicable to publicly listed firms who are either required to submit interim reports. It requires a full set of financial statements as prescribed in MFRS 101, or at least a condensed statement of financial position, a condensed statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, a condensed statement of changes in equity, a condensed statement of cash flow, and selected explanatory notes. Since the end of last annual reporting period, Kossan Rubber industry experienced notable changes in its financial position. The first one is increase in property, plant, and equipment (PPE). As we both compared the amount on the interim and the last year report, we can see that the PPE balance increased from 1492018 billion to 2152130 billion, which representing an increase of 39.275 million. They show that the company made significant capital investment during the interim period. This investment likely enhanced the production capacity and strengthened the company's long-term operational capabilities. This reflects a strategic move to support future growth. Second significant event is the decrease in trade receivable. As we can see on the figure, the balance dropped from 346,943 billion to 260,110 billion, which is a reduction of 86,833 million. This decline immediately improved the company's liquidity position, and it suggests that the Kossan has either to improve its collection effort or experience changes in sales volume. So overall, this reduction indicates better cash flow management during the interim period.
As for the last question of Part B, is to identify the interim reporting periods for both current and comparative interim financial statements that will be presented by me, Nur Azmina Zubaidi, which as you can see here is the table that show the interim reporting schedule for quarterly reports of Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad. Our group chose the second quarter, which ended on 30th June 2024, 30th June 2025. I will present the four statements and state the figure in the statements in the point of view of RM 1000. The first one is the consolidated statement of financial position for Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad, which is the first column represent the total equity and liabilities for the whole 6 months as at 30th June 2025 amounted to 4,053,645 ringgit, while the second column amounted to 4,106,432 ringgit represents the total equity and liabilities for the preceding year as at 31st December 2024. Next, the consolidated statement of changes in equity for this company showed the total as of 30th June 2025 is amounting to 3,705,271 ringgit, while 30th June 2024 is 3,880,725 ringgit, which is the total equity for the company. This is the consolidated statement of comprehensive income for the company. Individual period is where the financial results is only for that specific quarter, which in this company is current year quarter as of 30th June 2025 amounted 31,409 ringgit, and preceding year corresponding quarter as of 30th June 2024 is 32,146 ringgit. Cumulative period is financial results from the beginning of the financial year up to the end of reported quarter. So as for this case, it combines both first and second quarter of Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad. The current year to date as at 30th June 2025 amounting to 67,435 ringgit, and as for the preceding year to date as at 30th June 2024, total up to 64,190 ringgit for the total comprehensive income. Lastly, this is the consolidated statement of cash flow for the company, where it shows combined cash inflows and outflows of a group of companies for Kossan Rubber Industries Berhad in the 30th June 2025 that amounted to 971,283 and 1,292,617 as to date ended 30th June 2024. These are our references. That's all from us. Thank you.